I'm Stephen Linsteadt, and I'm the founder of Scalar Heart Connection, and I have the great pleasure of introducing Simone Arrojo, and she is from Brazil. She is a family constellation facilitator, and she has so graciously come to talk to us about how family constellation works so beautifully with Scalar Heart Connection.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you, Stephen.
Yeah.
And it's a good pleasure to be here with you, explaining about how Family Constellation and Scalar Heart Connection, they work together, and it's a way to go deeper when someone has a problem, any problem, like a headache, since she was born, when I remember I was a child, I used to have a headache, and I still have this headache. I don't know from where it comes, this headache. And then we can start, when I am working with you, you start with Scalar Heart Connection, and in the middle of your work, we can put some people to be the headache, or to be someone like his or her father or mother, and we can see if this headache comes from many women or many men, or many problems that they used to have in all generations before this person. And it's so deep when we can put together these two works.
Fantastic. Well, using that example, Scalar Heart Connection is a technology-based application process where you can, I believe, we're tapping into the vibration of our heart, which is in sync with the vibration of the universe, if you will, and the consciousness and the intelligence of the universe. So if I have a headache, I always wondered, well, why couldn't I just ask the universe, well, why do I have a headache? Where is that coming from? What do I need to do? What do I need to do to change or transform the way I've been behaving or acting or whatever that situation might be? And so Scalar Heart Connection essentially says, well, if the heart is beating, it's vibrating, it's a resonance, and therefore it's a number, couldn't I ask the heart to show me a number that is related to a statement that is within this matrix that we've created? And that statement is really the answer that the heart wants us, or the message that the heart wants us to know in relation to why I have a headache and what I need to do. Mm-hmm. And within that is a segment that says, well, where did this belief come from? Maybe the headache is coming from a stressor or some kind of trigger from mother or father, and maybe mother and father had issues with a grandparent or something. And so we ask the heart, well, is this genetic ancestral? Where did this come from? And so we pick a number. And then the number would be related to mother or father, and then we would look at, well, what are the aspects of that? And so it became very apparent when I met Simone that Family Constellation really takes that piece of Scalar Heart Connection and takes it so much deeper, that the information that Simone and through Family Constellation receive, they're receiving it from that field. And I believe that field, that morphic field that Rupert Sheldrake talks about, is the field of heart consciousness, which is the same field that we're tapping into. So they work beautifully together.
Yeah, and if it's something is missing, like maybe this child who has this headache, this child need to see her mommy in the eyes.
Yes.
So we can put someone in this field, and the person just can look to this person that is there now to see her mommy, but in a different way now, in a real way. So Family Constellation allow us to do this. If you never met your father, like someone just, many people doesn't know who the father is, but you can put someone to be the father, and at that time you can see your father, because you have your father in your body, but you never seen your father. But when you do a family constellation, we can reach what was broken. we can again come together what was missing. If it's something is missing, like someone is missing, if in your family the peace doesn't, you don't have peace anymore in your family, you don't have money, you don't have study, you don't have many things, we can put what you don't have in your family or what is missing, and we can now be in contact in a deep way when you do this family constellation with Scalar Heart Connection.
Now, in Sao Paulo, you do family constellations a couple times a week. You're a radio show host, so you're sharing this information with everybody in Brazil and throughout Sao Paulo. And I've attended several of those, and I've noticed that when you're doing a constellation and you have representatives come into that healing circle, that sometimes you find that Scalar Heart Connection can come in very handy. Can you explain how that works?
Yeah, because sometimes we say in family constellation that the family constellation got stuck. I don't know if it's this word in English, but it's that way. Got stuck, and we keep waiting something to happen, to be revealed, and it takes a long time. So I take my app, and I start asking, like, you have to tell one number, like pick one number from 1 to 7, and the people there is crying, but like 3, and keeps crying. But when we finish the app, it's solved, because we put the sound, and we do the figure 8 and the people just okay, now I am light, like it's done for me. I am done.
So it brings movement into the constellation that helps it to get unstuck.
Yeah,
in a very beautiful and profound way.
And in a fast way also.
Very, very fast, effective way.
And the sound, I'd like you to say about this healing sound that you have in the Scalar Heart Connection, because people say all the time, wow, this sound it was just wonderful for me.
Yes, those sounds are the quantum healing codes, and the codes I've discovered are essentially the solfeggio codes, but they are in harmony with the different chakras. And so depending on what emotional center the heart has guided us to, we can use that tone to help open up that energy center within the chakra. And when you're doing that, especially within the context of a constellation, it can really help move that energy through the constellation.
Yeah, and when I use the app also, or the Scalar Heart Connection, we can go further. Like sometimes in the family constellation, we do one session and we see one point, like your relationship with your mother. But when you use the app, we can go like for 2 issues more, like with your mother, with your chief, like your or your boyfriend. We can see 3 subjects in one time in one family constellation. We can go further.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, Simone and I are doing healing circles where we're combining Scalar Heart Connection with Family Constellation. And for more information on that, you can find that at scalarheartconnection.com. The app that Simone is talking about is called Ask Your Heart, and that's available on Apple, the Apple Store, and also it's an Android version. And it's available in English, Portuguese, and Spanish. So I thank you, and thank you, Simone.
Thank you.
And we hope to see all of you in these beautiful, heartfelt, heartwarming healing circles. Thank you.
Thank you.